Last week, indie dev team Drinkbox Studios released a demo of their latest game, Nobody Saves the World. You may know Drinkbox Studios as the team behind the masterful Guacamelee series, and if not, you absolutely must give them a chance as they are some of the best designed and entertaining games I have ever played. With how passionate I am about Guacamelee, I honestly had some doubts when I heard about this new game that they're developing, as I didn't know how they would perform with a different genre. After playing the demo, I can truly say that I've changed my tune when it comes to Nobody Saves the World. In the game, you play as the titular protagonist Nobody, who is given the power to change his form into a wide variety of characters. Starting off as a rat, you get access to the ranger, guard, and even a horse during the demo. All the characters play differently, and each has a different attack type that makes things fresh later on in the game. As an action RPG dungeon diving style game, you'll see lots of comparisons to games like Diablo, but the game I'd like to compare it to is Hero Siege, as it too is made by indie developer Panic Art Studios. I played Hero Siege for about 5 hours with a friend, and while I enjoyed it, I felt like the novelty of the character I was playing as wore off rather quickly. It felt like a Diablo light game, and I found myself kind of struggling to come back to it. Nobody Saves the World skirts this feeling by not worrying about equipment management and instead finishing quests that force you to use a form's ability to unlock more abilities. In order to avoid having players stuck playing one form, the developers introduced an attack type. Much like the shields in Guacamelee, you must break through by using appropriate attacks that enemies will become vulnerable. By doing this, you should be more likely to play as multiple characters and unlock the tree that requires you to have certain character tiers in order to get to the next one. This is a smart game decision, and it really does help keep the game fresh. I also cannot help but mention the overall appeal of the game. When making games like Diablo, you must make the player want to invest the time that these kind of games can demand. I don't know the official length of the game, but given that Guacamelee games were about 5 to 10 hours depending on your skill and completion percentage, I would expect this game to be kind of close in nature. While I do wish the background audio was a bit more enthusiastic, that's mostly due to how great Guacamelee is. There's honestly very little to complain about. The art is very stylized and looks extremely clean and pleasant, making me really just want to stay in that world. The biggest critique I would have for the game would be my concern for longevity. I mentioned some of the tricks that the developer has implemented in order to keep the game fresh, but I still have thoughts about making sure that the game never feels stale. I only played about an hour, so I'm not really super concerned, but it is a thought that I had in the back of my mind the majority of playing the game. Overall, I'm very pleasantly surprised at how the game is coming along. I think the game has a good overall feel to it, and I'd never even mentioned the wacky cast of characters that you meet. There's a lot to live up to from the work on Guacamelee, but I can wholeheartedly say that I'm looking forward to the release of the game sometime in 2022. But don't take my word for it. The demo is currently still available for Xbox and Steam, so go play it for yourself and let me know what you think about it. That's gonna be it for this, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and as always, be kind to one another.